Hey everybody, this is Chad Smith with The Real Solution, and this week we're going to have a conversation about whether or not it's a good idea to buy a home in 2022. I'm Chad Smith, and this is The Real Solution. For 17 years in a row, we've grown our business regardless of what was happening in the market. Collectively, we've sold over 7,000 homes in our careers, and we consistently sell over $100 million in volume per year. Most real estate coaching and training is taught by someone who either never operated at the top level or they used to be a top producer in a different market. But the difference at The Real Solution is that we are still in the game. We know what it takes to adapt, grow, and build a real estate business without sacrificing the things that matter most. In today's market, how you think and the strategies you employ matter more than ever before. If you're a real estate agent and you're struggling in this crazy seller's market and you want to find out what you're missing and learn what it takes to get an offer accepted in this market, we've created a 7-step process to get an offer accepted in this market. And we've got the evidence to prove that it works. Go to myofferaccepted.com to find out what it takes to win in this market. Go to myofferaccepted.com. So I'm a realtor, I'm a real estate investor, I'm a business coach. And so this video today is really going to be about perspectives for home buyers. So if you're a home buyer, this video is going to be good for you. But then also if you're a realtor, you'll be able to watch this and take the thoughts that I have and the concepts, the mental models that we're using to teach people how to think and apply that to your business. At the end of the day, I'm a consultant. I don't run around like a salesperson trying to sell stuff. And so my job is to give people all the facts and the information, perspectives, and experience that I've got so that they can make a decision for themselves. So let's talk about 3 major factors that anybody should consider if they're going to buy a home in 2022. Everybody's talking about rising inflation, rising interest rates. Everybody's talking about the possibility of a U.S. recession, and those things are real. And so we want to take those things into consideration before we go make a major purchase. Okay, the first factor is just home ownership in and of itself. Let's look at this. Even if you bought a home and let's say there was a recession and prices went down, if you have a long-term mentality, if you think long-term, yes, there's been a couple of cases in U.S. history when prices went down in real estate, but historically, over the long haul, real estate prices always go up over the long haul because they're not making any more real estate. Home ownership is the American dream. Families are stable, there's more privacy, there's more security in a home, so long as you're not overstretched financially. Another thing about home ownership is just all of the financial advantages to it. You get to write off the mortgage interest to a certain level on your taxes. You've got principal reduction. So if you rent, you're paying a landlord, and the landlord, if they have a mortgage on the property, part of that payment is going to help pay off the landlord's mortgage. But if you own the property, every single month that goes by when you make a payment, that's like a forced savings account, and you're just paying down that principal balance month after month after month. So over the long haul, you get to write off the mortgage interest, you have long-term appreciation, and every time you make a payment, you have principal reduction. The way that long-term financing is structured, it's called an amortization schedule. So your very first payment, almost all of the payment goes towards interest to the bank. So if you realize this and you get out ahead of it and you start making extra principal payments from month 1, you can drastically reduce how many years it takes to pay off that mortgage. The second factor to take into consideration is your job. Is there going to be more than one person in the household with a job? That way you mitigate some of the risk. If one person were to lose their job because the economy got really rough, you've got less of a chance of no income, right? There's some other things that you can look at with the way today's economy is and the way technology is. A lot of people pick up what they call a side hustle, right? They create another stream of income through some sort of internet business. Another thing that people do, if you have the ability to do this, the house isn't full of children, is you can do what's called a house hack, where you buy the house and then you could even rent out rooms to friends or other people. And the final thing I'll say about jobs is, do you have the experience and the type of work where even if you did lose your job, you had the confidence that you could turn right around and go find another job because of the industry you're in? These are the things that can help eliminate some of that fear of making the commitment to buy a home versus renting. The reason we talk about jobs is the whole idea is to process all this for your unique situation and figure out if there's enough way to minimize the risk to move forward to take advantage of home ownership. If you've got enough of these boxes checked, then why not move forward? The final thing I'll say about rising interest rates that may help you on this side of it is there are several lenders that we work with now that if you were to purchase now and then you turn back around and interest rates dropped, the lenders will refinance you for no charge. There's also something called a loan recast, where if you were to come across larger amounts of money or anything over $10,000 and you wanted to put that towards the principal, the mortgage companies will actually recast your loan to a lower loan amount to lower your payments at the same interest rate. All right, the third factor, and this is huge. This is going to help you if you're a buyer. This is really going to help you if you're a realtor and you need to help your clients in this market. And this is what we call the buyer's dilemma. So you got basically three things that are going on. You've got the home you want, you got the price you want, and you got the area you want. Now, if you have unlimited funds, if you have all the money in the world, then you can get all three things at the same time in this crazy seller's market. But unless you're that person with unlimited funds and you want to buy a home in 2022, then there's going to need to be a compromise on one of the three. So what do I mean by that? Well, we could get you the home you want at the price you want, but you may not be able to live in the area that you want. For most folks, the home they want, the price they want, and the area they want is out of their reach. They would have to compete with too many offers to win. So we can get you the home you want and the price you want, but if you're flexible enough, we may be able to take you to a different location, a little bit maybe further out of the central part of a metroplex, and we can get you that home and the price just in a little bit different location. Now, if you've got to be in that location and you've got to be at that price, then the other compromise we can make is the type of home. So maybe you need the location and the price, but we have to compromise maybe on a little bit of the condition or the kind of the cosmetic updating on the home, or maybe even the size of the home. But we have a diagram for this. We can walk you through it. You can walk yourself through it if you're a buyer. If you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we could help you. But if you're not and you're a buyer, use this as a tool. The home you want, the price you want, the location you want. Which one of these three can you make a compromise on? And then if you're an agent, I would highly recommend walking every person that you're talking to through the buyer's dilemma and help them make a decision so that they can go find a home and start that American dream of home ownership. All right, some final thoughts on this week's video. If you're a real estate agent, are you watching what's going on in your market? If you have access to the multiple listing service, you can go in and pull up the trends and see, has the absorption rate changed? Is the months of supply of inventory starting to creep up? Are your listings up in your entire market year to date, or are they down year over year? What about pending sales? That would be a really big indicator. Are the pending sales compared to last year up or down? I know in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, the pending sales are way down. So are new listings, so are closings. Then you're going into the MLS and you're pulling up neighborhoods that you're working in. The trends typically in the MLS only update month to month, but you can go into a neighborhood and look, is there active inventory that's not going under contract? That hasn't really happened here yet. Well, another thing I'll point out is that typically when the market shifts, the luxury market shifts first. They call it the wealth effect. So if the stock market is having a lot of trouble and people's portfolios are dropping, well, they tend to not be so aggressive in buying the great big giant properties. So that's another thing to keep an eye on. They just gave an indication as to what the GDP for the first quarter of 2022 is going to look like, and it's going to shock a lot of you. And by the way, do you know what the GDP was in the fourth quarter of 2021? And then what is the technical definition of what a recession actually is, right? We've got to know these things. It's our job to lead our clients, help them make a great business decision. And the idea is to be in the business for the long haul through ups and downs of the economy, and just track everything. Pay attention to what's going on with interest rates, find lenders that know how to solve problems on behalf of their clients, and really take action. This is a great time to be an agent. It's a great time to be in the real estate market. It's always a good time to be in the real estate market if you're savvy and you're well educated and you know what you're doing. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed it this week. If you like this, share it. Let other realtors know that we're going to be sharing these videos on a weekly basis, helping people, educate them, take the industry to the next level. We'll see you next week. So if you're a real estate agent and you're in the business and you're looking to improve your skills, we have a free webinar you can check out. It's at myofferaccepted.com. We'll show you exactly what we're doing to win in this market. Also, if you're ever interested in a strategy call with me, and I can walk you through and troubleshoot your business, show you what's working, show you some things that you can do. If you want to take your business to the next level, go to realsolutioncall.com. That's realsolutioncall.com. Hope you guys enjoy this week, and I will talk to you soon.